Hi everyone. So as many of you know, I had over 200 of my videos claimed by Warner over the week. It's been an extremely stressful time and I really didn't know what to do. It turns out, however, that all claims have been released. All 210 claims are now released. This is not something I was expecting. From everything I've heard, this is almost unheard of in these cases when there's so many videos claimed. I have a feeling that my video that you all watched put a spring in their step. They were claiming videos that night that the video went live, and it abruptly stopped 40 minutes after the video had gone live. A few hours later, over the night while I was sleeping, they released the claim on that one video that I had disputed on Saturday. They spent all these days ignoring the dispute and claiming more videos. I put up the video, they stopped claiming videos, they released the claim on the one I disputed. So I spent all day yesterday, I disputed 200 videos. Took me hours. And last night, all 210 videos were released. And I cannot thank you guys enough. I know it sounds ridiculous, but just watching that video and putting comments in, I think really put some pressure on the whole situation. I want to thank you, the viewer. I want to thank Reddit, which sounds so weird to say, but I think I went up on the front page because I was up on both videos and PewDiePie subreddit, and it put a lot of steam into that video. I want to thank everyone for the help. I want to thank Spala from ESL and Lucas as well. You guys helped me out so much with this. I cannot thank you enough. With everything said, we're going to celebrate at the end of the video, we're going to play the outro. But first, I have a few points I want to make because my case is that I am quite lucky to have a big channel, so I could make a little bit of an uproar. A lot of cases on YouTube, the YouTuber isn't quite as big as my channel, and they don't have that kind of scream. I'd like to go through some things that I found frustrating in this whole scenario that I think could help all creators when faced with this kind of issue where they're getting all of their videos claimed, basically, or just one video claimed. I'm going to go through the things. During this whole process, I've been listing things that I found frustrating. Let's go through them right now. One of my main issues with this whole process was that there was no contact info given with the claims. At first, I wanted to say that, you should just give contact info. But from what I've heard, and I've realized myself, because of how many claims there are on YouTube, that's not really a realistic scenario, because a lot of these big labels, if they were to give contact info, that email would just get spammed by YouTubers asking what's going on, what rights do you have, etc., etc., and they'd be looking for answers, and it would be too much for the label to answer because there'd be too many emails coming in. And I think the way to get around that, this frustration that the YouTuber feels and when they want to get answers, the way to get around it is just to provide the answers in the claim. When a label claims your video because of music, you get to know who it is that's claiming it. You get to know the artist and the song name. And sure, that's enough if I'm using an Eminem song. I know that I'm not Eminem. I know that I don't have the rights to that, and I'll be like, you caught me, But in a lot of cases, these YouTubers are using, and in my case, YouTubers are using music they thought they had the rights to. And it's not straight up the label owns the song. It could be that because it's a remix, there's a sample used in there that they own. There's a vocal mix, there's vocals, there's all these different rights involved in music. It's a lot more complicated than just we own the song. Very often it's just that they own a little part of the song. And if that information would be given with the claim, YouTubers wouldn't be panicking as much trying to find answers, trying to find someone to talk to. There's a fly flying around in here that I cannot get rid of. So you're just gonna have to stand watching it pop up every now and then. Fucking, it's YouTube. Yeah. So the contact info, I get why there was no contact info, but it would solve so many questions, so many issues would be solved, so many questions would be answered if this info would be given with the claim. Very important, I think, that that's there. Next one is a little weird. So from what I read on the Google support page, when a claim is given on a video, the YouTuber has 5 days to dispute that video. If he or she disputes the video within 5 days, all the money that's been made in those 5 days will be put in a temporary account, and everything made during the dispute is put in a temporary account. Whoever wins the dispute and gets the video gets the money, the revenue made during all of that. But if a YouTuber would decide to not dispute the video until after those 5 days, all the revenue made up until the day that the YouTuber disputed the video will go to the claimant, even if the YouTuber wins the claim. That's what it says on their support page. If a label claims a video, the YouTuber will definitely respond within 5 days because it's one video. However, realistically, in a lot of these cases, for example, when someone's using an intro or an outro, a label will claim 30 videos. For example, let's put out a number. The label will claim 30 videos on a YouTuber's channel. The YouTuber sees this, starts to panic, tries to look for answers and whatnot, can't find anything, can't find any contact info, doesn't know why, said like, I thought I had blah, the artist said this. So he says, okay, well, I'm going to dispute this. It goes on one video to dispute, and it says that if you're in the wrong, you risk to have your channel terminated. Whether they actually go through with that, maybe realistically, YouTube doesn't really follow that rule very often. But it says right there, and in many cases, YouTubers do not want to risk that. So they put just one dispute on one of the videos, and the other 29 videos, there are 29 other cases, they leave them until that one dispute is solved because they don't want to risk too much, and because it isn't very clear if disputing all 30 will put more risk into terminating the account, or if it doesn't matter. It's not so clear. So the YouTuber disputes that one video. Great. He disputed it within 5 days. The revenue is saved on that until the claim is done. The label then has up to 30 days to respond to that dispute. Meanwhile, all these other claims just keep ticking on day by day, revenue is being made. Let's say 2 weeks have gone by. Label decides to respond to the dispute. They go, oh, you know what? You're right. You have permission, or we didn't actually have the rights. We were incorrect. Let's release this. The YouTuber goes, yes, great. Let's dispute the other 29 videos. They dispute the other 29 videos. It's released, but they've just lost 2 weeks of revenue on those 29 videos, even if in the end the label was wrong. That's where the system, I think, needs a little bit of updating. I understand that YouTube probably has a lot of pressure on them from the music industry, but giving that 5-day thing realistically during these mass claims, there needs to be something given a bit more clear about it, because YouTubers will not dispute all of those claims when it says that they're risking their channels. Very often, they're just going to do one of the videos because they're scared. To me, it seems a little bit like a broken system right there. If there's something I'm missing, you need to be a bit more clear about it, because I've been in this mess for almost a week, and I know exactly how it feels now. The next thing I'd like to bring up in that similar scenario, actually, is that when I've disputed that video, they're claiming 30 videos, right? All because of the exact same song. I dispute one of them, but they can also keep claiming my videos. That's what happened to me. They claimed 60 of my videos. I responded with a dispute the day after. For the next 5 days, they disputed another 150 videos before they decided to respond to my dispute. I think that this has a little bit more to do with copyright laws. And so maybe YouTube cannot really change this. With copyright law, I'm assuming that each video is its own creative work, and that's why it's like that. But again, realistically, it's an extremely frustrating scenario for me, and it's very unfair, and it's all on the labels, in the label's favor, isn't it? I think some of these laws need updating, and who am I? You know, I'm not here like, listen, change the law. I don't think that's going to change anything, but this is why I'm making this video. I want to rant about all the frustrating problems that I've encountered. The last thing I'd like to bring up, 210 claims. I couldn't mass dispute. There's no bulk button. I had to go through every single video disputing one by one. To dispute one video, it's like 5 different pages you have to go through. That's life. I spent a few hours going through them and I'm done. I disputed all 210 of them. However, and this says on Google's support page, the label has a bulk button to release the claims. They can, my 210 disputes that I put in, from the first email I got about it to the last, it took them 28 minutes to release all of them. And on their website, they write how to release claims in bulk. It seems like they've focused everything, because of the pressure put onto them, I'm assuming, from the music industry, they've set up all these easy ways when it comes to claims to handle it on their side. But for the creator's side, I have to go through everything alone, single-handedly, one by one. There's no mass dispute button. I guess it's because they don't want it to be incorrectly used. But in this case, all 210 videos were for the same music. And I was just copy pasting. It was the exact same reason behind each one. There needs to be an easier way for the creator to handle that. That's gonna be it. It's fantastic news, and we're gonna listen to the outro, and I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon that these claims were released. As I understand it, this is almost unheard of. Usually in these mass claim scenarios, the label wins. This time, we seem to have won. It feels too good to be true. I'm over the moon. I want to thank you all for the help. But the sad reality is that there are so many YouTubers getting these problems and they don't get the good news in the end. And they have to wait and look for help and they don't get it. I'm still waiting. We're waiting, and I'll update you guys on Twitter. We're waiting for we're trying to get info from Warner because we need to know what rights they thought they had. So I will update everyone on Twitter from now on regarding what's been going on. I'll see you all in the next video. It's coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a PUBG video of funny moments. And one of the first clips, it's funny, is actually to do with this whole outro business. So I hope you'll watch that as well. Thank you guys so much. It's been 11 years that I've been here on YouTube, almost now. And I'm so happy to have you all with me. We have an amazing community going here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.